Well, howdy, Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Yay! Thumbs up for that. It is good to metabolize. And hopefully, if you're watching this, you are metabolizing. It would definitely be a good thing. Here in Shelton, Washington, it's still gray and dim outside. I mean, of course, daylight savings and the lack thereof. But it's raining now. I was pretty lucky last night when I went out walkies. I didn't need an umbrella. I looked up stuff online for the area. I went outside and looked and checked because you never can tell. And it seemed fine. So I went walkies, pretty long walkies, about 2 hours. And it was great, wonderful. No need for an umbrella. Glad I didn't take one. And within an hour, it was just pouring buckets. So, yeah, luck and good things. So, it is a good day. The sun is shining, that's a good thing. Definitely a thumbs up for that. And of course, to front load the video, if you could interact with the YouTube algorithms and like the video, if you like what you see in here, that would be very, very cool. If you could also interact by subscribing, if you haven't. Oh boy, I'm probably under 218,000 subscribers by now. I've been just losing subs like mad over the past year and some. Thumbs up for that, but yay. And also I would like to thank each and every one of my Patreon.com patrons. These beautiful and awesome people are literally helping to keep me alive. 99% of all of my disability, my extremely limited income, goes to paying for my rent. And so these people literally put food in my belly, help keep a roof over my head, and also give me pain control, mobility, and keep my pets alive. These beautiful and awesome people are truly beautiful and awesome, and I just wanted to thank each and every one. If you could become a patron, that would be cool. Links are down in, wherever the video description box for the video happens to be, since I don't know what device you're watching this on. Yay, front loading of videos. Hey, it's fine, it happens. You gotta do what you gotta do, chase those algorithms. Yay. But it was chill-ish. I actually had to wear my plaid shirt that I wear as a jacket, and I had it rolled up, the sleeves way high, so it wasn't all that cold. But for me to be wearing just another shirt as a jacket means that everybody else was really bundled up. So thumbs up for that. I mean, years back, I was just plowing through the snow with my shirts and such just open, no gloves, and I was just loving how cold it was. So, yay. My body is weird. Everybody's is. Yay for that. I have a fair amount of things I want to talk about because this morning, magically, I've remembered some. In fact, I remembered something now that I hadn't even put down on the topics list. I did have my med manager appointment yesterday for my Ritalin. And I had brought up, hey, maybe if I had a long-lasting thing for nighttime to cover so I could sleep, because I explained how, Ritalin makes me sleep. And she did point out properly that you don't want to have it in you 24/7. You do actually have to have periods of your life when you don't have the medication in you. Your body needs to be able to get stuff out of you because you don't just want to build up a tolerance. And if you have it in you 24/7, you're going to build up a tolerance faster than if you don't. So we're just sticking with the normal stuff because, I need to have those periods of time when the med isn't in me. Yay. Life is life. Still, we talked about stuff and it was good. And of course, the internet got so bad between the two of us that we had to actually reconnect. So, yay. But past that, life is life. I've done stuff. I continue to try and do things. I was in a horrific mood yesterday because I fell asleep right around noon-ish. And I was trying to get some stuff done, but I fell asleep, and that's normally the time I try to get stuff done these days. And when I woke up, I was in a horrific mood. It was just horrible. I was trying to play games and not doing a very good job at it. Anything that irritated me, even a little bit, and I was just, boom, out of the game immediately. If it was a stupid enough thing, hard to speak English, stupid enough thing, I also uninstalled the game. This was an extreme response because one of the games that I ended up making a video about, excuse me, drank soda before beginning to record. One of the videos that I've made, as a gaming thing for the channel, because I need form and structure in an otherwise formless and structureless life, was on one of those games that just pissed me off. And I'm glad that I was intelligent enough that I was able to realize I was being way too petty over all this. I mean, because literally, I was legitimately pissed off because a lot of like the beginning cutscenes, they're unskippable. So it doesn't matter how many times you've played, you've got to sit through some of this stuff, and I hate that. But to show how absolutely petty this was, I almost rage quit and uninstalled the game because at one point I entered a room and they had chromatic aberration as a visual effect. And that's just, they slightly separate the three main colors, the RGB, so that there's a distorted effect on the things. And especially if you jerk and move them around a little, it can make for a very, unnerving kind of visual effect. It doesn't affect gameplay. It's just to show you that something's happening. The level started. There was chromatic aberration. And I just went, boom! And I just was that close to just going no and uninstalling. But I realized, like I said, in time, it's like, that is an extreme response. I shouldn't be acting like this. So I was able to slow down, calm myself down, unrage, and then it took a long time, hours before I felt better, and it was after my mid-manager appointment. Oh, it was special. Yay! But past that, I survived and I slept last night and I've been up. I slept till about 5:30 this morning. That's a good thing. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Now, I've done a lot of thinking on various things about this whole setting that I've been going with, the whole inside-outside razor's edge thing, and I've got a lot of things that I did want to talk about because there's stuff that I've thought of, but of course, looking down here now, I realize there's some stuff that I did want to talk about. So I'm going to do that first, then I'm going to jump over to the creative stuff. Extemporaneous, off the top of my head. I don't follow a script. I am unable to do so because of my ADHD. I can't even write one, so yay. But one of the things that I was watching this morning, there is a channel on YouTube called There I Ruined It, and the guy does covers of songs, but they'll take, they, whoever it is, they take a song and then put it into a completely different style. It'll be like Radioactive by Imagine Dragons, and they'll put it into like a country time square dancing type tune, and it's got stomping and fiddle playing, and it totally subverts the spirit. So this morning I watched, and there was a K-pop version with Kurt Cobain singing Smells Like Teen Spirit to K-pop beat and K-popification. Sounded good, but I actually burst out into outright laughter when they were doing just the normal part of it, and then they broke, and then the captions underneath said attitude break, and it had this young gal come out and start just like rapping in K-pop style, and it was just bizarre, and that went on for like 6 seconds, and then back into the normal part of the song, and I just burst out laughing. One of the other things that I did want to mention about that is because there's signature sounds that a lot of people will do. There's one mashup guy, DJ Cummerbund. You're going to hear Macho Man Randy Savage go, "Oh yeah," at some point in one of the mashups. It's just going to happen. That's what DJ Cummerbund does. With this There I Ruined It guide, there is kind of an old-time country music slide whistly type thing where it goes whew, but instead of just ending at the tone, there's kind of a whirly whistle sound at the end. And that guy always puts, whoever, always fits in that sound in the song. So thumbs up for that, just wanted to mention. But yes, there's a lot of things I've been thinking about with the whole inside-outside razor's edge part. I mean, part of it was I have to work out stuff in my head that makes sense, because even though this stuff seems like, magic to us, the whole inside-outside and extra abilities, I still posit that it is because of extra universal energies and their effects, their random effects upon the universe they enter. Random when they first enter, from that point, consistent. It's not magic, it is a science that we don't even suspect the existence of, and it is more than art, but it is actual science. So it has to make some little bit of sense to me. I mean, I have a 3+1 brain. I don't have any of the extra brain matter that any of the characters that I write about would have. But it just has to make a little bit of sense. Like, I've been trying to figure out how would a cell tower work, like on the inside or on the razor's edge, when there's so much more there. The inside is an infinite fractal landscape, and it is only because of intelligence and such stabilizing areas that you have areas that are stable. So in the Crimson Kingdom, that place is very stable because of the intelligence mass that's there. It stabilizes the area, and there's science to that too. How would you be able to carry a signal in areas where people aren't when it's an infinite fractal landscape? And on the razor's edge, because of the two conflicting energies and the static electrical charges that they build, because of all that, that's the problem of the infinite fractal landscape times 1,000. There's just so much more there. So, I figure, out here on the outside especially, we don't have as much available to us, so we have to do a lot more with a lot less. And the scientists and researchers in the Crimson Kingdom, through the ThruNet, they use and I can't remember what the words are, but they do the handshaking protocols, and there's translations that the ThruNet can speak to the Undernet, and they subscribe via online and via paper, journals and such, so that they can follow research on quantum mechanics that are out here. On the inside, there's more. So they're able to do more because there's more. And so they have areas of research that they would never think to go down, because either it doesn't seem to go anywhere because everything else is already more, or there's just so much they just never think. And so when they got to our research and such on all the nuclear sciences and quantum mechanics, they were able to apply it, and they've been working on it. And through quantum knitting, they are able to take a small amount of matter and split it into a whole bunch of other small bits of matter, and under proper conditions, all of those pieces are quantumly knit together. So you can keep them 1,000 light years apart, and through that, it's as if you're right there. There's quantum entanglement out here, where you can take two quantum particles 1,000 light years apart, and you hit this one here, and this one instantly feels the effects. It is a form of that. They are able to make, in an expensive procedure only through time, because it doesn't take a lot of resources and such to make the facilities. It's not difficult to make, it just takes time, and you have to do the process. They're able to make these materials, put them inside of their boosters and repeaters, and they put these boosters and repeaters inside of areas where there's towns. And then, because it's the Crimson Kingdom, of course, and they have a lot of spare money, they purchase land and then give it to the place that they sold it from, but they lease it in perpetuity, they maintain it and upgrade it, and they put in the towers. They teach people how to maintain these things, which is extremely easy, and that helps bring up the outside areas, stabilizes it through further people coming into a more robust economic area. They maintain, build, and grow societies, and they get their network out there with instantaneous communications as long as you have a good signal. And so there's a growing league of these towers in towns, not just through the inside, but in the Razor's Edge, and for some of the people on the outside, or repeaters out here on the outside, for those that pay for the services and get through net out here. Because a few do, they're fully sighted and they're willing to pay just a little bit, and it doesn't cost much. The Crimson Kingdom makes a lot of money through return on investments. So 1 or 2 repeaters out here on the outside, and it's like you're speaking through a doorway to someone even deep on the inside. So thumbs up for that. Lot more I want to talk about, but I have opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. There have not been 25 as I used to think, but anything more than 0 is thumbs up for that, and thank you. So let me call this up, and of course if I mispronounce a username, no disrespect. And if I get lost while counting, there are so many reasons that it's natural and normal that the fact I remember is a thumbs up at all. And let's see. We have, I do not know how to pronounce the name. It is all in, I still don't know if it's pronounced Kyrillic or Cyrillic, but thank you for leaving a comment. Donald Kronos. I do want to go back and think about some of the videos that I've made back when I was really numb and really broken. But thank you. And we have Joe Mama, really appreciated. And a little syrup, thumbs up, and thank you very, very much. Confused Owl 29, good to see you in the comments, definitely. And thumbs up, and yes, walking is awesome. Mo Alls, M-O-H-A-L-S, thumbs up and thank you. Allison Watling, thank you very, very much. We have Smitty33, greatly appreciated. Ben B, thumbs up and thank you. We have Jocelyn Williams, good to see you in the comments. Yuki likes hot potatoes, good to see you in the comments as well. We have, where's the name? My mouse scrolls randomly at times. Mountain T-A-Y-A-U-A-I-A-I-A, thumbs up and thank you. Pancake Cookie, thumbs up. And then there is Umaru, thumbs up. Flora Mew, always good to see you in the comments. And Larry from Space, thumbs up and thank you very, very much. And then we have Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Each and every person that left me a comment. You get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people, if only for a short time and if only in text. But it is appreciated. Thank you so very much. And of course, I do not know what device you're watching this on, so I do not know where the video description is, but inside I have links to all my other channels. Very cool if you could check those out. And there are links to things like my Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and again, I would like to thank all of these beautiful and awesome people for helping to keep me alive. If you could become a beautiful and awesome person like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be truly beautiful and awesome. Oh, my tummy is just filling up with gas that wants to escape. But thumbs up. And of course, if you did not want to become a patron, I do have a link to my PayPal. If you could toss me whatever spare change you have that way when you got next to nothing, anything helps. So thumbs up. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money at all, I have an Amazon wish list link with things like cat food and hamster bedding. There's some other stuff, I'm going to work on it, but those two things are the biggest. If you could check it out, that would be awesome. Of course, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot, or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes and I deposit them on the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. A definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that would be very cool. Very cool indeed. Oofda. And remember, of course, seek creativity. Your brain is a use it or lose it type of organ. So keep it working all your life, and when you get older, it will help stave off dementia. Seek positivity. I spent too many years as a negative person, and it only hurts you and others around you. And of course, seek balance. It may feel good just to feel good all the time, but ignoring the bad in life is just as bad as overindulging. You have to experience all of human emotional experiences, good and bad, but don't bounce off the walls. Experience on more of an even keel. And of course, with the Covfefe bug still raging, if you don't have to go out amongst others, please do not. If you do try to socially distance, try to wear a mask. Please wash your hands often. Try not to touch your face. Get the jab. And if it's available, get a booster. You got to get through this. The fact that, almost 1 million people in the United States alone have died from this, even if that doesn't do the trick, there are lifelong effects from having this. Don't just take it as a joke. It's not. So, with my hands in the air, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is a definite thumbs up.